Coming up on Lexington Now, Valvoline breaks ground on its new headquarters. Berry Hill Skate Park is open for business, and honoring our veterans. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Sherelle Roberts, and welcome to another edition of Lexington Now, where we take a look at the news that shapes your urban county government. Valvoline has broken ground on a new Lexington facility that will serve as its international headquarters. Here's more from the groundbreaking.
We've had a lot to celebrate recently. We had a record 2015 that we wrapped up September 30th. And we celebrated that not too long ago. Now we're well into 2016 and focused on more records in 2016. But we're also starting our 150th year in business in 2016. And so it's pretty special to be part of a business and a brand that's survived and thrived for that long. It's our job to make sure that continues in the years ahead. And then most significantly, perhaps, is the major announcement that Ashland made not too long ago, that Ashland will be splitting into two great companies, both the new Ashland chemical business and then, of course, the Valvoline business. So it'll take us at least a year to complete this work, but someday soon, Valvoline will be an independent, publicly traded company, headquartered right here in Lexington, Kentucky. And that headquarters is definitely what we're celebrating here today. It wasn't too long ago, earlier this summer, that I announced it to the Valvoline employees that we would be building a new headquarter building. And they were excited about this great new design. But I must say they were greatly relieved when they learned it was going to be right here in Lexington, across the parking lot from our current location. And it is really a great testimony to the commitment that we're making to Lexington. Lexington is a great place. It's been a great place for Valvoline for a number of years. And it is home to many of our employees who love the fact that they work in a great community that supports our business with good school system and just a great quality of life. So Valvoline, we love Lexington, and this commitment that we're making to Lexington is certainly a long-term commitment based on just the outstanding place it is right here in the bluegrass. Ashland and Valvoline have had a long-term commitment to sustainability, and that includes all our facilities, and we've made excellent progress with our sustainability commitment here in our current facilities. But this new building, this new facility, will be a huge step up for us in terms of its efficiency and its sustainability moving forward. And we're just so excited about this design. And I was told that this is going to be one of the first major office developments in the Commonwealth to comply with the most current standards of the International Energy Conservation Code. So we're very committed to that. And the new building will not only save us money, but it's going to be better for the environment. You know, the Valvoline business has a very strong culture, and it reflects the brand. And it's all about performance and winning and teamwork. And one of the things that I'm excited about with this new building is that with the work of our architect partners, Solomon, Cordwell and Bunz, that this new design reflects our culture. And Steve Olson, I'd like to recognize Steve, one of our lead architects with SCB. So Steve and the work of his team has developed what I think is a bold, innovative design that certainly reflects Valvoline's brand and our culture.
Well, thank you all for coming together here, and what a beautiful day it is. We're really fortunate here to have another reason to celebrate with the Valvoline team. A couple weeks ago was that 150th anniversary. A few weeks before that, it was just another record year for the company and for the business. And so here we are celebrating a new investment in the future of Valvoline. And we are very excited to not only be here, but to be making the investment right here. I was talking with Sam, and it's been about 35 years that the Valvoline team has been here. And it's obviously been a great community for Valvoline as a company to grow, to attract great people to be part of the team, and to ensure that we have the right kind of competitiveness to compete on a global scale. And so with this reinvestment, certainly would like to thank Mayor Gray for setting the environment to have this type of reinvestment. And as we think forward, I think we started as One Ashland and have been One Ashland for many years, and the contributions that Valvoline has made over those years has been really profound. I think it's been a great synergistic environment where Ashland has contributed to Valvoline and Valvoline has contributed to Ashland. But it's such a strong business, and the team is so strong. The results, the leadership, that we felt comfortable and confident in making the decision to let the business, after 150 years, really go off and be its own independent company. And I think it's a company that's going to thrive, survive, and do very well in the years to come. And having a headquarters here will only make it stronger for the future. Anyway, congratulations to the Valvoline team for another great day and moving forward. And it's history, and it's wonderful to be here with you today. So thank you.
What a great day it is in Lexington. And I want to say, Sam, coming out of the design and the construction industry, this is a very, very cool corporate headquarters. Congratulations to what y'all are doing. I want to thank Councilmember Jennifer Scutchfield, who has joined us. Jennifer is here. As I drove in today, as many of us drove in today, we turned off Man o' War onto Blazer Parkway. Blazer Parkway. The name of that street says a lot about the relationship between Lexington and Ashland. Paul G. Blazer was Chief Executive Officer of Ashland from 1936 to 1957. He started working for the company when he was in his 20s. One way we recognize his many contributions to our city, to our state, is by naming a street in his honor. The street reflects the importance of this company to our city. Ashland has always been one of our cities and one of our state's leading corporate citizens. A big part of Ashland is Valvoline, and Valvoline has been at home here in Lexington for more than 30 years. And that says a lot about our city, just as Sam said earlier. It tells the world Lexington is a great place to do business. It's a vote of confidence in our city's workforce and quality of life. Today's announcement is a confirmation of our strong relationship. Lexington is a university city that embraces talent, ideas, and an entrepreneurial spirit. Ashland is a company that exemplifies those values. Ashland's legacy is one of support for all things good in our city. A generous corporate citizen, always supporting education at the top of their list and the arts as well. And why is this? Well, Ashland recognizes that education and the arts lift up and elevate us, creating the quality of life that's essential to a growing company that depends on quality talent, on quality people, just like all of you that are here today. So today's announcement, today's groundbreaking, is a celebration of a bright future for a great American company doing business in a great American city. Congratulations to all of you, to Bill Wolfson, and to Sam Mitchell, to everyone at Ashland.
Well, I enjoy celebrations, and I especially enjoy Valvoline. This is the second celebration. As you pointed out, your 150th celebration the other day, and it was really interesting, the horsepower that you brought to that meeting.
Oh, yeah.
A small guy named Hendricks Motorsports, the head guy, Ray Everham, who I can remember. Everham, I think, pronounced it right. Crew chief of a big NASCAR team, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. And, when I think back over all the years, is that you've always packed and brought to Lexington the big powerhouse, and you've always had a lot of horsepower here as well. So on behalf of Commerce Lexington, our partners, which is a city and the state, we want to first of all thank you for allowing us to be part of this very grand day, which it absolutely is. And I would like to take credit for the weather, a chamber kind of weather day, but we'll give it to whoever wants to take credit for it. The company's commitment and continued investment in our city is very important, not only to our economic development team, but to the citizenry in general. We've enjoyed a long-standing relationship with this great global brand. And I want to tell you, no matter where in the world we go, the name Valvoline registers, and it opens up a door, cracks open that door for us to be able to go. And that's because of what you've been able to do in your 150 years. And the Ashland name as well. So we want to say to you that when the cameras all leave, when the hoopla of this kind of initial charged up, excited day passes, calling us, Commerce Lexington, the city will always be here. And we'll provide for you tomorrow even more service than we have today. Just always let us know what we can do to help you. The ownership, this being your home, is a very important deal to Commerce Lexington and to the business community in general. We're excited for your new home. And again, we want to thank you for your investment and the jobs that you bring to Lexington. Thank you, Sam and Bill.
To us too.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right.
For more information about this groundbreaking, you can log on to the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. Skaters rejoice. You now have a new place to practice your favorite extreme sport. It's Berry Hill Skate Park. It's now 18,000 square feet of ramps and rails and half pipes for you to enjoy.
Hello everyone, and welcome on this nice and windy day to Berry Hill Park for our grand opening celebration of the new skate park. It's 18,000 square feet. It is the largest and most challenging of the skate parks in Lexington, featuring a flow bowl, a snake run, street section, stairs and rails. Even for those of us who don't know much about skateboarding or BMX bikes, this is an impressive skate park. It was designed by Dreamland Skate Parks, which has built skate parks all over the country. Even one of their craftsmen, Burke Morris, is from Lexington. So this was a special project for Burke. Looking around the skate park, you'll notice some artistic features that were inspired by our bluegrass region. The horseshoes, the concrete design to look like limestone, the outline of galloping thoroughbreds. The park is quickly becoming a popular destination for skaters, and we are glad to have it at Berry Hill Park.
Appreciate you all coming out. This is it's finally a reality. You know, these type of things take a long time, and you never know how they're going to turn out. But I think this project here, thanks to former council member George Myers, he was very much involved in this, and the Friends of the Skate Park, and took a lot of people getting involved in it. And I think it's been a welcome addition to our park system. And this is something that's going to be unique. It's the finest one we have in Lexington here. And this area here, we hope, and it already is getting used quite a bit more, but we hope people will get involved in this particular area of the skate park. But we've got other things on this park here, and we want the people in this area, in this part of the city, to enjoy this as a family get together, as well as the skate park. So we appreciate you being here, and I think this is a welcome addition to our park system.
And really, I'm going to be brief, but I just have a bunch of people to thank, because it wasn't just me that did this. So Elizabeth Chatterton, which I don't think is here today, she was my legislative aide. She served the 8th District with excellence, and often was my right and left hand. Jay McCord, David Wu, and Gavin Durson came to my office one day and said, "We heard you wanted to build a skate park. We want to help. How do we get involved?" And that's how it kind of took off from that beginning. Jonathan Ware was the first president of the Friends of the Skate Park. He gave his sweat equity, he gave his money, his time, his leadership. We couldn't have done it without him. When you look at from the administration, from the mayor's administration, CEO Hamilton, Sally Hamilton, and the commissioner of general services, yes, Jeff Reed, those two believed in this project from day one. Without them, it would have never happened.
Friends for Skate Parks wants to thank the city of Lexington, big time. Lexington Parks and Recreation, Case Construction, Cosmic Skate Shop. I mean, these folks made this thing happen. Current 8th District Council member Fred Brown, who might put some bathrooms here. Former 8th District Council member George Myers, and his assistant Elizabeth Chatterton, Burke Morris and Dreamland Skate Parks for building this skate park. It's a beautiful thing, and a lot of skateboarders, rollerbladers, bicyclers, they can all step up their game now because we got some big things to ride for them, big concrete waves.
Berry Hill is the third skate park in Lexington. We started with Woodland Park Skate Park in 1999 and added the Kirk Levington Skate Pad in 2012. We continue to make investments in parks across the city, nearly $2 million for projects in this budget year alone. And leading us through these projects is the Director of Parks and Recreation, Monica Conrad.
Parks and Recreation is proud to offer a wide range of skateboarding experiences in Lexington, as mentioned by the mayor. There's a place for beginners to get started, the skate spot at Kirk Levington Park, and a place to improve and master new skills at Woodland Park. Now we have Berry Hill Skate Park, which represents an opportunity for those with advanced skills to work on becoming great. So come out and join us at Berry Hill Skate Park. We encourage all skaters to wear protective safety equipment and to select the skate park designed for their current level of ability. We hope you enjoy. Thanks.
Me and my friends really happy with the way this turned out. It was awesome how it happened because we got to go to the library and to the meeting and give our ideas and everything. And now instead of driving to Cincinnati or Louisville to go skate all the other parks, we have a really nice park here. So it worked out really well. I'd like to thank Parks and Rec and Friends for Skate Parks and the guys from Dreamland that made it happen.
For more information about the skate park and how you can take advantage, log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. And coming up after the break, a look at celebrations honoring our country's veterans.
Rainwater that washes down our storm sewers goes directly into our creeks and streams, taking with it what's on the ground. So if you leave a little litter or pet waste on a sidewalk near Versailles Road, it goes into Wolf Run Creek. Don't trash the bluegrass.
Did you know, as a citizen of Lexington and Fayette County, you can view archived council meetings, special GTV3 programs, and various other meetings on the web at lexingtonky.gov. You can also watch meetings and events live via streaming. Just go to lexingtonky.gov and click on the GTV3 button in the lower right-hand corner. By pressing this button, it will take you to GTV3's live and archived video page. Click either the live button or the archived video button. Press the live video button to watch live streaming of programs or meetings. Press the Archive button and scroll through the list to watch past meetings or GTV3 programs. Discover government at work through transparency and effective communications, provided by the Division of Government Communications. Visit lexingtonky.gov or call LexCall 311 for more information.
Welcome back to the show. This past week, our nation celebrated Veterans Day, and among the many celebrations nationwide was one right here in Lexington at Veterans Park.
Today, we gather to salute the strength and fortitude so many have in their patriotic love for our country. We should spend today reflecting on their service and sacrifice. The selflessness of those who have served or are currently serving has given us the ability to be leaders of the free world. All of us have been touched by a veteran, whether that is serving ourselves or watching a family member or a friend stand up for our country. We all respect the decisions they have made. For me, it was my uncle who died while fighting in Europe in World War II, and my father, who gallantly served during the Korean War. For the last century, we have celebrated our Veterans Day on this day. Following the end of World War I, Armistice Day was celebrated on November 11th. In 1938, November 11th of each year became a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace. In 1954, following World War II and the Korean War, the holiday became known as Veterans Day, a day to honor American veterans of all wars. Each year we celebrate, honor, and thank those who sacrificed for the common good of our country.
Every veteran that has served, we thank you. We think of your service. We think of your courage. And most of all, we thank you for your sacrifice. Because whether you gave your total life, you sacrificed that amount of time from your moms, your dads, your brothers, your sisters. You sacrificed it from your children. And I think that we should always remember that even if many came home, many are still suffering as our people who have served. And whenever we can and wherever we are, we need to always keep that utmost in our mind.
It's a day set aside to honor me and those that brought me up in the Army, to honor them for their sacrifice and to appreciate them for what they've done for the country.
I think that we have learned that we can hate the war but not the warriors, and so our more recent veterans have been taken care of and appreciated a little better. And I think the veterans coming back, I don't think people really appreciate the value that military service brings to an individual, that they may have been in combat, but they're not broken, most of them. They're well trained, they're competent, they're educated, they can lead, they can solve problems, and people need to, especially employers, need to hire them and help them out. I had a conversation with Commissioner Heather French Henry, who's the Kentucky Veterans Affairs Commissioner, and I don't remember the exact number of female veterans. It seems to me it was in excess of 15,000 in Kentucky, but she said that only 2,000 of them were registered with VA and getting the services that they needed, and that was one of the things that she wanted to emphasize, was trying to get female veterans to get the help that they need. I think there's a history of, especially in World War II, the female veterans of World War II didn't feel like veterans and weren't treated like veterans, and so maybe some of that's going on now, but just try to get all our female veterans who need help the help they need.
The holiday shopping season is fast approaching, and if you're like me, you want to keep as much money in your pockets as you can to buy holiday gifts. You don't want to spend that money paying fines for parking violations. Well, there may be a solution for you. Gary Means with Lex Park explains.
Hi, I'm Gary Means with the Lexington Parking Authority, and we're going to talk about our Food for Fines program today. So come on inside because it's freezing out here. Okay, so now we're inside the Lex Park office. It's located at 122 North Broadway, and this is where you can bring your cans to pay for your fines. So again, this is the Food for Fines program. It's our second year, and what we're doing a little bit different this year is 10 cans will give you a $15 credit off any of your citations. So if you've got a yellow curb citation, parking the wrong direction, even a fire hydrant, and definitely the meter violations. So we collected about 6,200 cans last year. We're hoping to break that record. So just bring in your cans. 10 cans gets you $15 off any parking citation here in Lexington. We're working again this year with God's Pantry. We're asking you to bring in cans. 10 cans will give you a credit of $15 off any parking citation. We want to fill these barrels up back here. So just bring in your cans again to 122 North Broadway. And this program runs from Monday, November the 16th through Friday, December the 18th, so 5 weeks. For more information about the Food for Fines program or anything about downtown parking, call 231-7275, or you can visit us at lexpark.org.
And once you take care of those fines, you can head downtown to do your holiday shopping, because as Gary Means joins us to explain again, there are plenty of places to park.
Hey, I just came back from a lovely trip along the Milky Way.
Oh man, I got all my Christmas shopping done. Now I'm looking for a place to eat downtown. I hope there's plenty of parking. I'm sure there is. We're going to talk to Gary Means, and he's going to give us the lowdown on all the great parking in downtown Lexington for the holidays.
I stopped off at the North Pole to spend a holiday. I called on dear old Santa Claus just to see.
Hello,
what
my
I
name is
could
Gary
see.
Means with the Lexington Parking Authority, and I just want to let you know when you're finishing up your shopping and you're looking for a place to eat downtown, we've got a lot of parking available. And one of the garages right behind me is one you might not think about too often because it's referred to as the courthouse garage, but it's open to the public and it's really close to Limestone where there's a lot of great restaurants and only a block and a half off of Main Street where there's other places to eat. Well, we highly recommend trying this garage out. It's after 5 p.m. in the weekends, it's only $3 to park here. If you're unfamiliar where the parking is available in downtown, we've got a great app that's free that you can download and put on your phone. It's called Park Me, and it'll show you where all the parking garages are downtown and parking lots and what their rates are. And some of them show availability, like the courthouse garage that's right behind me. Another really exciting area to think about eating after you've been doing your shopping is the Short Street Broadway area that includes the square. Right in the middle of all of those great restaurants is the Victorian Square parking garage right behind me. And you can see an awesome mural that was done a year ago, and there's a couple of more murals on the other side of the garage. But this garage is a great place to park when you're heading into this area of downtown. Another thing when you're out looking for places to park are the blue P signs that we've added to downtown. That'll help you find where public parking is. There's blue P signs on the sides of the road that'll direct you to entrances, and then we've got really big, large P's in the street that'll help you find the entrances of the garages as well. For more information about parking downtown, go to our website at lexpark.org.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming to town.
For more information about Food for Fines or general parking information downtown, you can log on to LexPark's website. It's lexpark.org. And if you are going to be heading downtown to do some holiday shopping, you want to know what traffic is going to look like. And that's where the Division of Government Communications has got you covered, no matter where you're going. We have a show which airs live weekday mornings from 6:30 to 8:30. It's called Crosstown Traffic. Crosstown Traffic gives you a live view of our street cameras so you can see where the delays are before you even leave the house. Remember, that's Crosstown Traffic only on GTV3. Remember, you can get traffic updates 24/7 by following us on Twitter. Our handle is @LexRex. It's going to be a pretty busy week here in the Urban County government. Here's a quick look at what's on the schedule. But for a complete listing of meetings and events, you can log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. That's all for this week's edition of Lexington Now. We'll return next week with more news from your Urban County government. But in the meantime, you can keep up with what we're doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For the staff and producers at GTV3, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.